gave me an insight. Even me, I have to go and check. This man is reading and is developing. And I said, don't tell me until what? Until today. And I'm very happy. And all of them, they will be introducing them. You'll be hearing about their citation. And you will know more about it. I want you to open up to this particular. The very first one that will be speaking is talking about mentoring beyond the facade. Wow. Many people take mentoring with levity. You take it very, very well too. It's nothing. It's going to tell us it's beyond that periphery that you are what? That you are imagining. And it's going to deep down and let you know what it's all about. I'm not the speaker. He will just give you the exact thing he's supposed to give us. And the other one that will be speaking on the only lady among them. Wow. And speaking on the effect of this mentoring on career. And it's going to give us something that has affected our life. He used to call me my mentor. I don't know that. He has so many things that she has to. Within the space of time, she was given, I won't say double or triple promotion in her place of work. And within that same time, he's working here. You also see her also targeting to have a master's degree abroad. These are class of people that we have brought. And they were able to achieve all those things. And he will be telling me, doctor, look at this, look at that. So you will learn from her also. And again, there are some people who call physical education when they go to do physical education. In Yoruba now we say, I'm not going to Law University. So she is a dramatist, and I love her for that. Then the man I want to be like, I am still wishing, if not in terms of anything, at least in terms of height, maybe I can be like. I don't know why you are happy. You just don't believe that I can. Don't worry. When we get there, you say, this man said it. And he wants to be like this man in terms of height. Height may be what? Relative. In terms of, call it meters in dimension. Abi? Vertical. And it can be in terms of intellectual properties or knowledge. And I want to be like him. Being like him, I may have been close to him. And this man is knowledge. In the field of science, there's something we call those who have the highest knowledge, highest award in sciences. I will call them Nigeria Academy of what? Science. We have that in education. And I remember when they gave him that, he told me, unfortunately, she also said, he normally call me my mentor. I said, sir, allow me to grow tall. When you call me your mentor. And he's one of those people given that award. All over the whole Nigeria, there are very few. Nigeria Academy of what? Of Education. A lot of applause for him. He will be speaking to us on a wonderful topic that has to do with, I know he's an academic and he's also a pastor, but I went the academic way. We gave him a topic and we call it experiential practical. He quickly understood it to me. He want me to share my experience of when I have been mentoring people. I went to his school one of those days and I didn't hear from him. I heard from people that he mentored. Sir, that man, he has touched lives. Oh, I went there crying. I came out what? Smiling. And those kind of something do what? To really resonate with my spirit. And that's why we've been working together as a team. He's a chartered mentor. He will also be speaking to us on those kind of something. Don't ever miss such opportunity. And the man that also just came in newly, he introduced as the general manager of Bank of Industry South, has been a very close pally. And I want to be like him too. If you look at his body, just touch him. Seeing him, you know that truly is in the bank. And I went to my bank before I came, and they gave me something to give to my wife. It was a bag. They give your wife this bag so that whenever I goes to market. And my son said, "Are they not the bank?" I said, "Yes, they are the bank. Why must they give you bag to give to your bank? They should give." Okay, so he will be speaking to us on how do we make money. Are you there? Permit me to say, I work in an organization. They normally do this kind of what? Training for retiring people. If you have 5 years to retire. So, and I met him there. For that organization to invite him to come and speak, I listened with rapt attention. I learned a lot that day. I came to my wife, I put things down. Look at this, look at this. Things have to change from mentality, from my mind to many other things. From that moment, I didn't allow him to rest. You are coming to Mentors Tower to speak to us. And there's a particular things, packages that Bank of Industry, they have that many people don't want. They don't know about it. So I went all out. Sir, whatever it will cost Mentors Tower, you'll be here to speak to us. And the speaking is not going to be, I hate that kind of something, where after speaking and listening to seminar, you pack the paper, you send it to your house, and you put another what under your pillow. I'm not a fan of that. There must be evidence of those who are here that in 6 months you spoke to them and their life what? Changed. Once again, welcome to all of you. The anchor, where are you?
Thank you, sir. I'm holding the tool. So I'll determine whether you will speak or not.
Thank you very much, my partner. It's always good for you to know when you need to save your energy, especially when it's with the feminine gender. But please give it to the ladies in the house. That was actually for you.
Thank you. So without much ado, you know, everyone here knows that we know it is important to work with our time. So when we call you here that we want to take just 2 hours of your time, we should be able to manage it. So right now we want to welcome the first guest speaker. Please, do we all have this? Okay.
Okay. Before we go on, I think it's important for us to make it official so it doesn't look like we're taking you for granted. You know, we celebrate your time, we celebrate every resource that you have put into being present at this event. There is need, or there was need for us to make some adjustments in our program. Colleague and partner here to help us with the citation. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is embarrassing. Okay, speaking now. Okay, I'll just leave this. Take this too.
Okay.
Take this. Take this. It's short. It's brief. Okay. Take this.
Okay. Please, we are so sorry for taking few minutes of your time. We are sorry, please. It's fine. Thank you. So right now, before we bring the first guest speaker, we want to welcome Dr. Clement. He has an unfinished assignment here before we call the first speaker. So I'm sorry for saying you have an unfinished assignment here, but truly, you still have to come to say something. So please give it up for Dr. Clement as he comes to take the microphone.
I wanted to skip for a purpose. And this has to do with introduction to Mentor Star. They're bringing out the mic. I mean, the confirm is opening. Okay. Okay, good morning once again. It is very good before we are familiar with the scriptures. What does tower means? The righteous what? Run into it. Abi? So it's a tower, it's a place that we have mentors, seasoned. We had a program in Akwa Ibom, Eket, and it will be this kind of people that are grown, beard, white, and they've seen it all in life. Only for them to see what? Very, very young people like Adebule is not young, he's having gray hair. So, so, so they were expecting to see those young, those old people, only for them to see very young people, and that's why they didn't know that Mentor's Tower is not about age, because when your peer speak to you, you listen more than when an elderly person is talking. You think it's this. So we have teens mentor among us who are just, 20-something years. We even have those who are very, very young. And they pass through what they are passing through. And they question another person said. I was thinking that mentors shouldn't be people that have problem. That not knowing that mentors too also seek for what? Thank you. So Mentor Star is about where a place we have many people that same things, not all. At least we are also evolving. And it's a place we teach mentors. Something happened. I noticed there are many, many chartered mentoring institutes. Many of them. And I can let you know, most of them do not have a kind of a training package for what? For mentors themselves. It is assumed these people can speak, come and speak to this, come and speak to this. And there are certain curriculum that is required for what? For the mentors. And I want to quickly go through this one. Yes, next slide. That's my humble self and Mentor Tower looking ahead. Let me quickly just take you through this. One key thing, you will help me because I don't have your... How did we get here? Many of us found ourselves like that man in that, whereby you seems to be what? A little bit confused, right? You don't know where to do what to go. And guess what? This is not happening only to the youth. It's happening to even the person that just retired, even the person that's what? You would not even, you cannot imagine it. Next slide. So how did we get here? We don't know. We just noticed that we live in a world that we find ourselves to be confused at times, lost, unsure, unclear, and even what? Perplexed. We do that regularly. Even the rich man, even the president of nation find themselves here. Meaning what? President also need a what? A mentor. Next slide. And immediately we have that, we notice there's a transition. The very first picture is showing a confused state, aggrieved, a kind of a bitter or depressed state. Now, if you can quickly bring mentorship, you'll be able to empower them and make their life fruitful, godly, harnessing opportunities. You will have moved that person from number 1 to number 3, whereby they will be shaping the nations and they will be influencing policies And they become the knowledge bank, and they will be a what? A leading voice. Guess what? Among us who are, some of us are shy. I won't mention the name, but as I'm talking right now, the person already know who I'm referring to. So I can't talk. No, sir, please. Sir, no. And immediately we notice that you are the one that is going to do what? To talk. Guess what? We rally around and we gave the person the word to the courage. And guess what? He becomes a what? A leading voice. So the next thing is, I could do this. I didn't know. One of us, Emeka shared this one with me. Maybe she's listening to me. And I will never forget that story. I won't mention the name. I don't know how to talk. I can't talk. And the women asked her, come and talk to us in Eket. And I was shocked that particular day. She finally what? Accepted. I wasn't there. I heard the story. Oh, she shared the story. How our own particular person left her for almost 8 years and what? Or 10. And while he was sharing that story, at the end of that particular program, 50-something to 60% of the women, they were with middle group, trying to empower you, trying to make you fruitful. Irrespective of which challenge you are having, you can also be affecting other people positively. Next slide. And I also want to quickly let you know that, thank you, we are like a bridge where we manage the gaps between where you are and the El Dorado of your life. We call ourselves the mentoring what? The bridge. Let's go ahead. Next slide. I also want to quickly let you know, if you see this definition anywhere, that definition comes from Mentors Tower, specifically from me. A mentor is one who sits behind the facade, the draws and pretexts to excavate the gems buried in the mentee. When you meet a mentee, there are many types of them. You are to see beyond the what? The periphery, what you are seeing. He can even lie to you. I can do it, don't worry. Don't listen. As a what? As a mentor. Just listen very well. There are many things that were spoken and there are unspoken words. A mentor is that will see beyond all those things and is able to excavate the what? The gems buried in the mentee. Knowing that beyond just his own prejudice and beyond the mentee's blind submission, there is a reward for this sacrifice the mentor is doing, and there's a profit for the obedience of the what? Of the mentee. This is a definition by me as a person. Maybe you want to clap, you can clap for that definition. Who is a mentor? Next slide. And in summary, we have things that we have done. Are you putting this on a slideshow? Oh, no wonder. You're revealing my secrets. Go to slideshow quickly. Slideshow. Go back. Can you do it or we just go ahead? Just slideshow. Is it possible? No. You are moving back. Okay, don't worry. If you can do, move back to the. What do we do? No, go back. Go back one more time. So at the Mentors Tower, we do the following thing. Typically, if it's on a slideshow, we come in one by one. One, we plan and what? And guide. We don't just mentor. We're talking about 2, we nourish and do what? And promote. 3, we share whatever we know, we share and we release it immediately. We train and equip. And we also build and what? And pull up. It's a place where mentors are practically developed and equipped to handle issues of what? Of life. Next slide. Our vision for 2026, I'll quickly go through that so that you can know. We will be assessing we're going to have, you are going to have access to the Mentors Tower Academy. I'm going to show you something later, whereby we learn directly from seasoned mentors, leadership experts, and exclusive mentoring toolkits. We may be speaking grammar, but when you see what you are going to want, gain, that was why I said, wow. Then number 2, international certification. We are engaging completion of Institute International Certification and Professional Postgraduate Degree. We are already working towards this one. Professional degrees is different from academic what? Degree. You may want to know that one later. Hangout with the mentors will go live by next year, 10 states. Monthly hangout. Every month, mentees will come and it's going to be public. We have been doing it. And this will be affirmed in about 10 states. And Ekiti, Rivers, Oyo, Osun, Ogun, Akwa Ibom, Taraba, Lagos, Plateau, and one other state that was not mentioned here. Commencement of international certificate short duration training will also come up 2026. And we're going to have a 2026 international conference. We plan in Top Gear to take our first annual conference beyond the shore of Africa. Package your skills. Now go back. Package your skills. Mentor with purpose. End with what? Impact. Let me also add, those who are mentors, a mentor's tower, when you're a mentor, somebody contacts you from Ghana or from Ethiopia, anywhere, is going to pay. And you will be what to? Will be paid whatever you are doing to somebody. I won't go to the detail of that. Next slide. The 7 Desire Roadmap mentoring approach. This is the Mentors Tower model. I didn't finish this slide, but I just want to let you, hint you. Go to the next slide. Number 1 is roadmap to your 7 desires. There are 7 desires that are all over the whole world. Everybody I have met, number 1, they are looking for unfailing what? Health. They want business what? Exploit. They want quality education beyond local. They want successful career. They want great relationship. They want balanced what? Emotion. And they want strong spirituality. Everything people are looking for falls under what? These 7 categories. When you meet people, sir, I don't know how my life is this. Go and check. The business is not working. Go and check. The marriage is what? Not working. Go and check. Everything may be working, but it's down on spirituality, and it's looking for somebody to do what? To encourage him. And the Mentors Tower, we have what we call, these are the desire, these are the requirement. The Mentors Tower team that are there to help you achieve your what? Your dream. I know Dr. Amozu is a consultant, psychiatrist. I know the consultant, so many of them, but these people you are seeing, they are going to be in charge. And when you hear them speak, they will know that this truly are what? Mentor. We have Engineer Okoye here. Irabo will join to guide people to be a what? A business, to make what? Business exploit. There are people over there. And if there is any need for you to meet somebody higher than them, they will do. Very simple. If you can pay $1 million some people, why not? They will get you the link to do what? To meet the person. And if it's just only $1,000 you have. So because there are some people you cannot meet them for only 10 minutes. You have to do what? You have to pay. But because you know what you are doing, you don't mind doing all those things. But over here, we have those who are in charge. Professor Kayode, based in US, is going to be in charge of quality education beyond local. He has already told me, doctor, anyone who wants to travel abroad for what? Let them what? To meet me. So those who are seeing there are people are practicing in that what? In that. And there are 5 stages that you will need to be able to what? Achieve that. When you register as a mentee or what? Or mentor, they will tell you these are the stages you need to do before you can meet some people. I cannot ask somebody who is with wrong beliefs to come and meet Emeka or Irabo to come and do what? To business. No, sir. If you are a mentee, you want to do business, and I noticed the first encounter, the first interview, you are having a what? A challenge with your belief. We will set you to a training first. To do what? To change that mentality. You cannot waste the time of people like that as they are talking to you, and you begin to say, oh God, don't you think it's the will of God for me to do this, to do that? They are not going that way for now. Are you getting my point? So the very first thing is interview with in-house mentor. When they interview you, they will quickly know where you need to do what to belong to. And from that training, in 3 months, their achievement is to ensure that you achieve your what? Your dream. I hope you are getting my point. This kind of model, you can't see it anywhere. You can only see it in what? Mentors Tower. On behalf of the Mentors Tower, I want to say thank you for joining us. And please open up your mind, because here, you are going to learn a lot. Give yourself a round of applause. I'm seeing somebody that I know somewhere. Are you the one? Patience? Patience, stand up for recognition. Please, a round of applause for her. When did you finish your NYC? 2010. She was the mama of NCCF Fellowship. I used to be the patron, am I right, of the NCCF in Akwa Ibom State. She saw it somewhere, and it's here. She's been doing very great. A round of applause for her. Thank you very much. Is that your husband? I noticed that is the person we handed you over to. Okay. Once again, thank you, and thank you very much. A round of applause for them. Thank you very much. I'm proud of her. Why would you not be proud of a person that is doing very well? You will open. Okay, now, thank you, sir.
All right, let us give it for Dr. Clement Obadimu. He has this special aura of keeping you captivated, and it's a beautiful tool with which he has been driving the Mentor Star. Thank you very much, sir, for that insightful moment. Let me tell you, in addition, that from what he has said, you can be sure that at the Mentor Star, it's all encompassing. We're not just going to look at one surface or one angle of life. We want to make sure that everything is balanced. You know, a little here, a little there, you have a good life. And as we prepare, let me, for the sake of those who are just joining us, and for all of us who have been here, if you have not familiarized yourself with this environment, particularly this auditorium, the restroom is at the rear of this hall. And like I will say, ladies and gentlemen, you see the sign there. It's gentleman and lady. Okay? At the same time, I want you to know very well that it's been a wonderful moment so far. But I will say it's the tips of what?
The tip of the iceberg.
Okay, thank you. You hear English? Okay, are we ready? So right about now, we want to soar and make sure that we fly very high. You need this? You sure? Okay. I need to give good attention. And let me also remind you that in life, there is never an end. The end of life, which we call death, is not even an end. It's only the beginning of another journey. So a lot of times when you think at the end of today's program, it will only be the beginning of another chapter. So don't close the door on anything in life. Even your story, you'll be surprised that while you look at yourself like there's nothing in it, speak it. You'll be surprised, you'll be amazed at how many lives that will be transformed by that story you look at as insignificant. And I've also seen in life that the little, the minute, the insignificant things are the most powerful. It just depends on how you see it. So, right about now, we want to take the citation of our first speaker. And he's been with us for a while now. I'll allow my partner to do the honors of the citation so that we can get started with today's business. Thank you very much. A round of applause, please.
Thank you. It's so fortunate that I'll be the one to do this citation, knowing that Dr. Emeka does not agree with me. Okay, sorry about that. We are here saying sorry, please.
Let's have Engineer Emeka Okoye.
A whole lot from different people, and I'm so happy that I have the opportunity to be here this morning. I don't know about you. And to some people, you know, mentoring could mean one thing or the other. But here in the Mentors Tower, we are here to make you know that, oh, this is mentoring. And it goes beyond the facade. So with me this morning, let me say with us this morning, not me. With us this morning in the house, with great honor, I have somebody here in our midst. He's an engineer, he's a doctor, he's the CEO of Formation Innovative Projects Limited, a dynamic firm driving innovation and strategic solutions across sectors. And with his years of experience, he's a system thinker, and a technology expert. This is more true. He is renowned for translating complex ideas into actionable impact. You know what it means to be with someone like this, to be seated in the same hall with someone like that, renowned for translating complex, oh my God. So from building smart infrastructures to mentoring future forward leaders, Engineer Okoye remains committed to sustainable growth through innovations, collaborations, and mentorship. And this morning, we are thrilled to have him in our midst. So please, with a loud ovation, I bring to you Engineer Dr. Emeka Okoye. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Before I start, when the flyers were put out, I saw Adebolu's surname, and I'm like, I know this surname. I know someone with this name. And okay, yeah, maybe there are many of them, but a few minutes ago, someone walked in that confirmed my thoughts. Her husband is here, Mr. Chima. The mentor that mentors the mentor. Take your seat in front here. All right. Yeah, please, your seat is here, please, if you don't mind. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. Distinguished mentors, our guests. It's such a pleasure to be here with you today. Something happened this morning. I got up at around 4 a.m. to ease myself, and after that, I just picked my phone, and for some reason, I went to Dr. Clement's status, and I saw that he put out the flyers of the speakers and the citations. And when I read my citation, I jumped up from my bed. You know, there's some kind of introduction they give you, and and you begin to shake. So I quickly had to go through my slide again to know whether I'm ready for that introduction. But I'm truly delighted to be here, to have the opportunity to share my thoughts and to glean from your wealth of experience and insights. I'll be sharing on the topic mentoring beyond the facade. I hope that in the short time allotted to me, we will be able to unpack the real essence of true mentoring. Are we together? All right. You please permit me to get done with a few definitions before we enter the crux of the matter. Mentoring. It's a relationship between a more experienced person and in some cases a more matured person, where he intentionally guides, supports, provides direction to another person, either to the spiritual growth, to the personal growth or professional growth of another person who in this case is the mentee. This relationship is usually based and founded on trust, on mutual respect, and development. We'll look at some statistics in mentoring. I shared my slides. It would have been helpful if it was up there, but it's fine if it's not. So 84% of the US Fortune 500 firms leverage mentoring programs. And 70% of individuals with a mentor feel more confident. If we look at these statistics and what it represents, you would agree with me that it is not an assignment that we should do on the surface level. When the topic was sent to me, before the topic was sent to me rather, I didn't know there was such a thing as facade mentoring. How many people knew that there was something called facade mentoring? Facade mentoring is a form of mentoring that is performative, it is insincere, it is superficial. is that form of mentoring that appears to be genuine on the outside, but it lacks real depth. It lacks proper engagement, and it lacks any form of developmental value. That is facade mentoring. I used to work in an organization in 2009, 10, and 11. And they have a well-established, or we have a well-established mentoring program where they pair trainee engineers or trainee engineers and junior engineers with more senior engineers. It's one of the fastest way for you to learn. I benefited deeply from that program, but such a program is something that should be monitored very closely, because if a mentor is paired with a mentee that he doesn't like or he perceives to be unserious, or the mentee is not comfortable with the mentor, you would agree with me that they will be doing this just to meet their KPI. It will be on the facade level. Thank you. When mentoring becomes a formality, it loses its transformative power. Let us look at a quick comparison between facade mentoring and authentic mentoring. Next slide, please. Facade mentoring is done, like I just explained, to fulfill a policy or a checkbox, while authentic mentoring is done out of genuine investment in the mentee. In facade mentoring, conversations are shallow or infrequent. In authentic mentoring, they are deep, they are regular, and they are intentional. Facade mentoring is driven by status. They say I'm a member of Mentors Tower. They call me chief mentor. So I have to live up to that expectation. You know, and begin to speak aspire to perspire, leaving the real issues that should be addressed, driven by status or obligation. But authentic mentoring is driven by purpose, trust, and mutual respect. In facade mentoring, the mentor does all of the talking. He dominates. He's more like just a lecturer. But you know that there's nobody who's a complete dunce. Even when you're mentoring somebody, you have something to learn from the person. So in authentic mentoring, it is, you co-learn. Your engagement is deeper than the facade level. Now, we've seen the comparison between authentic mentoring and facade mentoring. The difference lies in the reason why you're doing what you do. Your reasons make all the difference. The same thing can be done by two different people for two different reasons and achieve completely two different results. Even if we go back to scriptures in the book of, in First Chronicles chapter 21, permit me, I'll make some references to scriptures. Just follow us if you're not, So in the book of First Chronicles chapter 21, David carried out a census. Yeah? In Second Chronicles chapter 17, King Solomon carried out a census. As a matter of fact, 2 Chronicles 25, King Amaziah carried out a census. The three of them carried out censuses. But the first one carried out by King David, that scripture, 1 Chronicles chapter 21, says that God was displeased with the census that King David carried out. But there was no record of him being displeased with the census carried out by King Solomon and King Amaziah. Why was he displeased with the census by King David? It was the reason behind the census that they each took. King David took his census to determine the size of his army. You know, before he goes into before he goes into battle, he was placing his confidence in the size of his army and not in God. And that was why God was displeased with his census. On the other hand, King Solomon carried out a census of the foreigners living in the land at the time, so that he will be able to assign tax to each of them for the purpose of building the temple. Census, but motives were different. Results were different. God was displeased with the census carried out by King David, but he was not displeased with the census carried out by King Solomon. 2 Chronicles 25. King Amaziah carried out a census and saw that the size of his army was insufficient to go to battle with the people of Edom. And so he paid about 7,000 pounds of silver to bring in mercenaries from Israel to partner with his own army in battle against the Edomites. But the man of God walked up to him and said, God is not pleased with the people of Israel. If you partner with them, you will lose this fight. And he said, I've already paid 7,000 pounds of silver. And he said, God is more than able to give you far more than what you have paid, but do not partner with these people in this battle. And he sent them away and went to battle with the army that he had done his census on and saw that they were insufficient. They went to that battle and they defeated the Edomites. There was no record that God was displeased with that census. Why? While he had put his trust initially in the partnership with the Israelites, he later redirected his trust to God. Three people carried out the same thing but different motives and arrived at different results. So we want to talk about the purpose why we do what we do. We need to set our priorities right in this assignment that we've been called to do. And this is very important because if we're launching the mentoring app at any point in time, you will be paired with people that have problems that even will shake you that they have paired you with them. There are problems that cannot be approached on the surface level. There are problems that there are challenges that cannot be approached on the facade level. In setting our priorities as mentors, Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 to 4, the Message translation, gives us something to look at. Don't push your way to the front. Don't sweet talk your way to the top. My emphasis is on put yourself aside and help others get ahead. That's why we do what we do. To help others get ahead. Don't be obsessed with getting your own advantage. Forget yourselves long enough to help a lending hand. Is it something that we can commit to when we have the opportunity to speak to people who have different challenges in life? And talking about challenges do exist. There are destinies at stake. There are lives that are on the line. And when we talk about destinies that are at stake, the slide that Dr. Clement used when he was giving his speech talks about us living in a world where people are perplexed, people are confused, people lack direction. There is a demonic conspiracy that tempts our youth to live a wasteful, a foolish, and a directionless life in their 20s, only for them to be robbed of their optionality, vitality in their 30s, and further deprived of their freedom in their 40s, and now fully robbed of rest and a beautiful retirement in either their 50s or their 60s. Who will provide clarity of purpose or direction to these people? If it is something that you want to do, it's not something you can do on the facade. Are we together? There are people, men and women, who face what we call existential crisis. It is not abnormal. We all in this room at one point or the other may have asked ourselves the question, what is the true meaning to my life? What am I here for? What am I supposed to achieve? How will I count myself as being successful in life? You now begin to hear questions like, God, I see what you are doing in the life of Bolu. Am I a furniture? You don't know what, there's practically no sense of purpose in your life. And when these questions begin to become very intrusive and remain unanswered without you reaching the true purpose of why you're here, they can become dreadful. And people now slide into despair. And you start hearing that I'm depressed. Who will help these people find a sense of purpose? Who will help people who have been nurtured with a cultural taste for poverty and mediocrity. It is something that we are plagued with. There are people who grew up around poverty, people who grew up in the midst of mediocrity. Their taste buds taste poverty, beginning to end. All of us shouted up NEPA at one point or the other in our lives. Power has been cut for 18 hours. They now managed to bring it, and you know that it's not last for more than 45 minutes, but you shout up NEPA. Neighborhoods where everything that has entered into your mind are things that signify limitations. And I put up this picture of poverty because I tried to look for several pictures, but I mean, they were all pointing towards one region, and I didn't want to seem to be demonizing any region. But talking about poverty, I hope you know that at least in Nigeria, there are many of them. I dare say that they are more than us. And these people will grow into a point or to an age where they form a significant part of the voting population. And so when you go to vote, they are also going to vote. People who have become accustomed to mediocrity and poverty will join you to choose your leaders. Will join you to decide the direction in which our country is going. When all it takes to buy them over is 2.5 kg of rice and 4 packs of indomie. Who will help these people to get a glimpse of a better life? If it is something you're going to do, it surely is not something you're going to do on the facade. Well, what of people who didn't grow with this cultural taste for poverty and mediocrity? Grew in affluence, but unfortunately began to struggle with vices such as hard drug abuse, homosexuality, pornography, different things. You can't tell on the surface until you have a sit down with them. I was sharing with her, my wife, before one of our programs, someone walked up to me in Eket. Yeah, okay, yeah. But I will try to max it. Talk led to talk. And I found out that he was struggling with homosexuality. Each time I go to have a session, each time I go to have a talk with him, I have to talk to myself. Emeka, this is not about you. Whether you don't like them or not, it is insignificant at this point. You're trying to get somebody out of what is a true life struggle. They live among us. They probably have not come to you. Who is going to help these people? Is this something you think you can do on the facade? Let me tell you how strong and important cultural taste buds are. Even when God was going to deliver the people of Israel from slavery, he used one of them, but not entirely one of them. Moses did not grow with the slaves. Moses was strategically placed in Pharaoh's palace by God. And so everything he was seeing were things about royalty, things about authority, things about power. So that when the assignment was activated for him to go speak to Pharaoh, he was not going as a slave. Why? Because his culture was that of royalty. He didn't go to Pharaoh shaking. He went gallant and bold because that is everything that he knew. Learned from the palace. Another example I will give about how strong culture is and the importance of cultural taste buds. In 1970, Nestle, we know Nestle, they tried and faced a very strong battle trying to penetrate Japan to market coffee. Japan is a country that is deeply rooted in tea drinking culture. They tried many studies, marketing strategies. Everything failed because these people are lovers of tea. not coffee, and a marketing guru. His name, Clotaire Raphael. Clotaire Raphael came into the equation and did a very brief studies and told Nestle that these people you're trying to market coffee to, they have no connection with coffee. What they take is tea. But if you're so bent on penetrating their market with coffee, then we must start from the grassroots. Or we must come up with something revolutionary. And he came up with an idea. Flood the markets with coffee-flavored candies. Who were the primary targets? The children. And the children loved this candy. Their taste buds to be transformed, down to the taste of coffee. These children grew into adulthood with the taste of coffee in their tongues. And years after, Nestle returned the markets with coffee. And what? It was a success. This is what cultural taste buds can do. It is something that, as a mentor, you can take someone who is wallowing in mediocrity and in poverty and change his cultural taste. Give him a glimpse of what excellence is. There is nobody that does not like good things. They've only not seen an opportunity to be introduced to it. If it is something you're going to do to drag people out of mediocrity into excellence, it is something that requires deep conversations. It is something that requires genuine interest in the person that you're mentoring. Ladies and gentlemen, what goes into a mind comes out in a life. I'll give this example. In January 8, 1990, the world witnessed what was termed the greatest upset in the history of sports. That link there would have given us the story, but I'll just say, there was a boxing match between Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson. The Guardian interview about Mike Tyson after he lost that fight, which he did, Mike Tyson said that he didn't need to prepare for that fight because he knows that everybody that had defeated Buster Douglas were people that he had knocked out. And so he was just interested in partying, he took it very, very lightly. Before then, nobody had recovered from a knockout by Mike Tyson. That was the first time it happened. Mike Tyson did knock Buster Douglas out, but before the count was complete, Buster Douglas got back up. First ever. Buster Douglas went ahead to knock Mike Tyson out and won that fight. And when they asked Buster Douglas, how did you do this? He said that weeks before the fight, his mother had gone on national TV and had told the whole world that his son was going to defeat Mike Tyson. And so when he was down from that Mike Tyson's punch, what he remembered was that his mother had announced to the world that he was going to defeat Mike Tyson. That was his mentor? Wow. Oh, okay, good. So that was what rang in his head, the words from his mentor. That was what brought him back up. That was the force behind the punch he landed Mike Tyson. So what actually defeated Mike Tyson, apart from his lackadaisical approach to that fight, was what went into the mind of Buster Douglas from his mentor. We will look at other examples of people, clear example, who have, I hope you know that our first mentors are our parents. So as parents, you are first mentors to your children. There are other mentors who will come to complement their efforts, or where it is totally missing, fill in that gap. We will look at a clear example of people who succeeded or failed in their assignment as mentors. In 1870, a prison volunteer worker traced 42 inmates to the same great-great-grandfather. His name, Max Jukes. How many of us have read the comparison between Max Jukes and Jonathan Edwards? Max Jukes was someone who lived a wayward life, promiscuous life, totally careless. He's the one that those 42 inmates were traced to. Max Jukes married a woman of similar character. And please take this slide out first. And studies were carried out on 1,026 of his descendants. What was up there is the statistics which we'll go back to. In the same period in which Max Jukes lived was another man by the name Jonathan Edwards. In contrast, Jonathan Edwards was a pastor, a godly man, married a woman of similar character. It is said that Jonathan Edwards spearheaded what was known then as the greatest move of God in America, the Great Awakening. Studies were carried out on 762 of his descendants across 5 generations. The next slide gives the results of the statistics from these studies. Max Jukes, of his 1,026 descendants, 310 of them died prematurely as paupers. 150 of them were criminals, costing the United States of America an estimated $1.2 million in incarcerating them. 7 of them were murderers, more than 100 of them were drunks, 190 of them were prostitutes. What was missing there? Proper mentoring. I'll come back to Max Jukes. In contrast, descendants from someone who provided proper guidance and mentoring to his children, who will also pass it on to his children. Bible says about Abraham that God said, I know my son Abraham that is able to command his children according to my ways. Someone who provided clear mentoring and guidance to his children. The results are clear. 13 of them were college presidents, 65 of them college professors, 75 of them military officers, 80 of them public servants, 60 of them authors, 60 of them doctors, 30 of them judges, 100 of them pastors, 100 of them lawyers, 3 of them US senators, and 1 of them a US vice president. What was present? Proper mentorship. What was missing? Lack of mentoring. Something that if you stepped up to fill that gap, probably these statistics would have been reduced. And we say, if the foundations be destroyed. Someone had said before, I think I heard it from Dr. Clement, that if the foundations be destroyed, the righteous can pray. Okay, can still do something. In the context of my discussion, if the foundations be destroyed, the righteous can provide proper mentoring. How many of us have watched, thank you. How many of us have watched the movie The Forge? The Forge is a story of Isaiah Wright, a 19-year-old boy, freshly out of school, 1 year out of high school, who had no plans for college. His father had abandoned them, and he was deeply bittered by his father's lack of mentorship, by his father's attitude and having to abandon them. He lived with his single mother. Isaiah Wright spent all his days playing video games, playing basketball, nothing serious, no direction. And out of frustration, his mother had to tell him, you have to get a job or get out of this house. I will enjoin us to try between now and next weekend to watch this movie. And in looking for a job, he entered into a company, I don't remember the name, but owned and managed by Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore perceived that this person is frustrated with life, and he offered him a job. Not just a job, but he also offered him mentoring, both on and off the job. If you watch that movie, Isaiah Wright's life changed dramatically. One complete 180 degrees turn. And at a point where Mr. Moore's company was facing a real threat. They were about to lose their biggest clients. It was Isaiah Wright, who he had mentored, that saved the day. He goes to say that the person you are refusing to provide true mentorship for today might be the person who would have been positioned to help you or your business tomorrow. I'm not saying that anything bad or negative will happen to you, but in this case, the person who he had given an opportunity to and who he had mentored was the person who saved his company from the threats that they were facing at the time. I'll end with a charge. My time is up. And my charge is taken from Luke 22, verse 31 to 32, the Passion Translation. He says, Simon, stay on your toes. Satan has tried his best to separate you all from me, like chaff from the wheat. Simon, I have prayed for you in particular that you not give in or give out. So meaning that Simon has been delivered from that threat. There are things that you have gone through in life. There are challenges that you have faced. There are failures that you have had that you have now come out from. I mean, they say two things are not supposed to do you. If you have suffered those things early in life, then you should take those things and walk to the glory of God. Use it. It says that for we do not have a high priest who is not touched by the feelings of our infirmities. So if it is something that you have suffered from, you can take your learning and experience from these things and help people. Help them prevent the mistakes that you made. Help them not to fall into the pits that you fell into in your own walk. So he says, when you have come through the time of testing, turn to your companion and give them a fresh start. The King James translation says that when you have been strengthened, you strengthen thou your brethren. That is why we do what we do here at the Mentors Tower and beyond the Mentors Tower. Not for selfish interest, not for the gram. Oh, let them say that I'm mentoring to enter Instagram. But we are doing it to prove our sonship towards God. My talk and charge is for true mentors to arise. Thank you very much.
If you would ask me, I would say we should keep doing that till the end of the day. Thank you very much for such a sharp, insightful moment. On my way yesterday from Akure, meanwhile, I set out from Ekiti a day before. I was speaking with the person together with in the car. I said there is a need for us to go very, very deliberate with mentoring these days. And I guess God has sent Dr. Emeka here to corroborate the thoughts he dropped in my mind. Take notes that Dr. Clement mentioned earlier about mentoring here at the Mentors Tower, which Dr. Emeka has just emphasized. No selfish motive. It's about getting it right, not exactly in the accurate way, but by making an attempt to say there is hope for life. I haven't said that. One of the things I spoke about with the person we were riding along was that there are many people who will take decisions for us tomorrow. If we don't decide today to be involved in how they grow to become decision makers, we will get to suffer from whatever decision they make. And I want to say that is my own ultimate point from what Engineer Dr. Emeka has presented. Thank you so much for that beautiful presentation. In such a short time, you have given us an encyclopedia. God bless you, real good. And I will say, if it sounded spiritual, it's one of the things we do here. Not religious, spiritual. Because we all are entities of spirituality. And it's one side that we try to look away from. because we always have a religious view. Put religion aside and look at yourself as a spiritual being, and you find the essence for life, regardless of your religious affiliation. And here at Mentors Tower, who cares what religion you belong? We just want you to make meaning in life, be relevant. That's why God created you. So, for being a relevant being, can you please give it up for yourselves? I was lost in Dr. Okoye's presentation, so I'm found in my partner, Marcos. So welcome back. And right about now, we want to go to the next presentation. So permit me again to tell you that we are going to be adjusting some protocols. And thank you for always obliging us to do that without your permission, but I just got your permission. So thank you for giving me your permission to, break protocols. Put your hands together for yourselves for permit me to break protocols. So Marcos, who are we having next?
You are doing well.
Thank you.
So, answering that question, right now, we want to have, I don't know if I should describe him in my own way, or I just wait for the media to do that for us. We want to have this great man to come share with us. I don't want to say some, I'll just say two of what he has, because I know he can't unleash all right now in this hall. So, media, are you ready for us? Or you want me to do that myself?
Okay, let's have the next speaker on the screen while my official partner do us the honor of the citation. Thank you.
Official partner.
Yeah,
without
specifics.
a pay.
Specifics. No, don't worry, my details will be open to you at the end of the day. It's a privilege to have me as one.
Men should
What is
give
mentoring
money
without
to women, not
Noted.
the other way around.
Okay.
So I should be the one. Are we ready?
Okay, play from here. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Go on.
What is mentoring without financial stability? Your guess is as good. What is mentoring without financial stability? Your guess is as good as mine. To answer us better is someone.
We can't hear. Okay. Can you help us, please?
financial stability. Your guess is as good as mine. To answer us better is someone here in our midst today, a renowned leading authority in strategic business development and financial management. A true luminary in the field of business and finance, personality rises in helping individuals navigate the complexities of financial planning and growth strategies. A respected mentor and leadership advocate who is passionate about building structures that create sustainable impact. Someone whose wealth of experience in strategic growth and business financing makes him a sought-after voice in business and leadership circles. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Senior Special Manager at the Bank of Industry, BOI, Engineer Pacoin Irabo.
Good afternoon. Is it afternoon yet? Still morning. Good morning, everybody. It's such a great privilege to be in your midst. I'm really touched with what Dr. Clement is doing with the Mentors Tower. How many of us can already feel that this is what we need in our country right now? Things that are great, they don't need to start very big. Like a mustard seed. It's just for people that are designing to know that there is a future in this. Our nation needs this seriously. And what we'll be talking about briefly will be how to make it sustainable. How to do what? How to make this sustainable. Individual level, the business level, and the national level, which is government. Never have faith in a nation when you look at the individual is not made. If you look at somebody that is leading you and is not made, he has so many commands, forget about any policy, anything that they will do. You can easily tell that the future will not be bright. Everything that will be made on earth, a human being had to host it. We are talking about financial, I'm speaking of financial sustainability and leveraging BOI platform. Everything that will be great on earth must be hosted by an individual. Product and services don't just change the world. It is human beings that change the world. So until the human being is transformed, everything that comes out of him will become others. So he talked about facade mentoring. That means a deformed human being producing bottled water for you is a recipe to destroy the nation. A deformed human being. So never trust product and services coming from people that are not yet transformed. As looking at the topic, and once again, let's put our hands together for Engineer Dr. Emeka Okoye. Very few people speak, and my mind will be rolling. If you have been reading, and you are involved in public speaking too, very few people will speak, and you will really be touched. I was really blessed with your presentation. So please, don't measure me with what you, that is just excellent. I get it, it's just excellent. Me, I will be jumping here and no, the guy is on point. Bah, 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 bah. I say, wow, when I grow up, I want to be talking like him. So my delivery is in two parts. Financial sustainability, then leveraging BOI platform. The BOI platform presentation, is it up yet? If it is not, I will start with the financial sustainability. I love the financial sustainability more. The BOI platform is what I do, so I get bored talking about Bank of Industry, loans, and all that. So that is religious for me. Is it ready, sir? Has it been shared? Okay. So let's start with the financial sustainability. How many of us want to have continuous cash flow? How many of you like a lot? Oh, God. So that is what financial sustainability is about. Having continuous alert. It makes you to feel good. Anybody that thinks that money is not good, he has not had enough of it. When you have enough money, you know that money is good. Say money is good. The scripture says that it answers all things. As a matter of fact, it's good that everybody have enough of it so that we can know who is truly transformed. There are some sins and evil you are not doing now because you don't have enough money. If you have enough money, that is when we will know whether you are truly agent of good or agent of evil. There are some people with enough money. He said, my wife is, I'm faithful to my wife. You now have enough money to travel to UK, spend one night and come back with a lady. Your wife will never know about that. Abi? So you will not be local anymore. Your evil will be international. Yeah, with enough money. But if your cash flow must be continuous, one thing you must make up your mind is that can you also create value that is continuous? You will be daydreaming to say, I want to have sustainable finances if you are not ready to create sustainable value. Money is never the problem of many people. I tell people, a lot of people are looking to raise money for their business, but they have never built a business that can raise money. We are all looking, you hear people say, I've done my business plan, all I need now is 150 million to start. Have you heard that kind of stuff? Everything is ready, I know what to do, all I need now is just 10 million. That is not all you need, sir. That is not all you need. Many are looking for money to build business, but they have never built a business that can turn 1 naira to 2 naira. You need that business first before you look for money. Because debt can be synonymous to debt. Debt, D-E-B-T, can lead you to early grave. That is why in banking, we have what we call mortgage. It is from the same root word as mortuary. Mortgage. They belong to the same family. So if debt is not handled very well, loans and debt does not make a good business. A business that is bad, add more money to it, it will be worse. It is good business that you need to add money to as a loan, then you expand. So you must first of all make your business good before you now say, I need money to expand it. So sustainable finance is built on sustainable value creation. And I can tell you that humanity is mortal. So none of us can actually do something that is sustainable. You have a beginning, you have an end. So the topic is financial sustainability. That means finances that will be growing on their own. There are some people, their money grow on their own. Yes. To achieve that, what do you need? That is what I'm talking about. To achieve it, you must be connected to a source that is also sustainable. It's either you are connected to a source that is sustainable or you become a source that is sustainable. And that is where the problem is. Sustainability is you getting connected to a source that continues to flow, because everything in life is flowing, sir. Everything in life flows from a source. Everything in life flows from a source. If you want anything, first of all, go and locate what is the source. So when it comes to wealth, there is a source. It's either you are connected to it or you become it. So let us talk about how to connect. What is one thing that you know in life that is continuous? One source that you know that is continuous? Up there. Who is his name? What's his name? God. God is continuous. Everybody know that. So just begin to think of things that are continuous and you know that you must connect to them. What other thing is continuous? Time. Time is continuous. Everything in life is produced through time. If you are not a friend of time, you will age early. If you are a friend of time, you will be ageless. You will be timeless. Have you seen people that are 60, they are looking like 40? Go and see how they are managing time. time is always a factor. If you mismanage time, time will not mismanage you, will damage you. You mismanage, it will just damage time. People that beg all the time and I make appeal all the time, they are always bad user of time. If you are a good user of time, you discover that your sorry will reduce in life. Just find yourself, you are always saying sorry, you know that you are a bad user of time. You are always begging people. Check it. It's one of the errors you are making is that you are not making good use of time. So you said the first eternal source is God. But what is God? Who is God? We understand that he is the supreme being, the creator of everything. Abi? And we understand that he is word. God is words. So God is with us now because we are speaking. We understand that he is love. So, how do you meet with God? You only meet with God through his words. I'm going somewhere. So if you want to meet God, look for words that don't fail. So God is law. God is principle. God is value. Please, I'm not trying to erase your concept of God, but just open your mind and also accept this concept of God so that you can relate with it. So if you want to know God, look at laws that are perfect. God is in it. It can be in your holy book, the scripture. Look at those laws. God is in it. They are the word of God. Look at laws of nature. The force of gravity, how it works, is God is in it. Do you know the scientists have never created any law? They only discover law. Because God created those things, he put his law behind them. So scientists are very spiritual, more than those that are going to church. Because they are the ones that are looking at the nature that God has created. They look at the sun and say, how does this sun work? So if you read your Bible in Romans, you will see that he said, you understand God by looking at the things he has created. So looking at an ant, you are worshiping God. Because you are looking at the wisdom that created the ant. How does this ant work? Do you know ant has kingdom? They have a queen, they have soldiers, they have workers. If you understand that ecosystem, how it works, you will be worshiping God. Because you are, if I created something and you have never sat down to say what you created is good, do you think you love me? Hello, you are not getting me. You think you love God and you have never studied the life of a tree and know how tree. Look at it now, we are struggling with climate change. But God created a system in tree that, look, all the problem of the world, the tree will trap it and turn it to food and oxygen for you. This is the carbon that is giving human being headache. But God created a system in tree to trap the same carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight. Revelation. Are you getting it? And water. Carbon dioxide plus water and revelation, sun, turns to glucose, food, and oxygen that gives you life. God knows how to turn problem into solution. Just in studying trees. So men that look at laws of nature, they are studying God. Better than the man that is just saying, God, put food on my, take me to the bathroom, wash my body. How else do you relate with God? You relate with God when you look at human beings, because they are living epistle. When you look like a man, when you look at a madman, you can understand God. Hello? If you look at a fool, you can understand God. You look like a wise man, you see God. Because when you look at a madman, you know that this is how to live and you'll be mad. Is that not helpful? There must be somebody that is foolish so that wisdom can be relevant. If there are no fools, the wisdom will not be relevant. So you look at the guy, you just talk anyhow. And look at how people despise. Say, that is how to talk foolishly. You have gained wisdom. The other way for you to... I've not started. They said I'm finished. The other way for you to know God is for you to know yourself. There is something that people don't understand about themselves. As a matter of fact, I am coming up with a program, another school. This our type of education is not a good education, where people are learning about every other thing, but they don't learn about themselves. We call it science. It's external knowledge. Do you know what is called conscience? Spell the word conscience. You will see that it is con and science. It is inner knowledge. If everyone will be a PhD holder in conscience, your inner knowledge, because that is where all the God that we look up to in heaven to pray to, God is not in heaven. God is inside of you. So next time you are praying, don't look up. It's inside of you. It speaks to you. Do you know what is your conscience? Your conscience is like your magnetic compass that know the right way to your destiny. It is set. Just like as I was coming to this place, I don't know it. I set it, amber, whatever, and my GPS became my compass. In 500 turn right, that is your conscience for you. It has been programmed to take you to your destiny. You are frustrated because you have not been listening to it. No matter how anybody preach to you, there is a compass. I'm saying my own now. Your conscience will tell you exactly what is right for you, because it's given to you to pilot you to your destiny. How to build financial sustainability. We ourselves connect to God. All these 4 ways you have connected to God. But let us see God as a businessman now. How did God do business? He said, for God so loved the world. If you are a hater of the world, you will never make a good businessman. The first approach for you to make a good business that will be sustainable is to become a lover of humanity. If you don't feel the pains of others, if you don't see human beings, how do you know the pains and the needs that you are going to create your product and services to serve? So God looked at human beings and saw that, as Dr. Clement said, they were confused. They were disorganized. They were empty. That is the problem of humanity. There are 3. It is a problem of darkness, it is a problem of disorderliness, and it is a problem of emptiness. All the problem in the world is these 3. And it was a problem in Genesis 1:2. And the earth was void. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And to solve that problem, the first thing is light that brought in. So how did God solve the problem of humanity? He saw that the men, when you are disconnected, you will be in darkness. You will be in disorderliness. You will be in emptiness. And perishing, you will be decaying. You are either going towards life or you are going towards perishing and destruction. Continuous. Those are the 2 ways. It's just like a number line, to the right and to the left. So God saw that men were hopeless. And what did he do? He brought what? Offering. He offered. God offered himself to end what? The sufferings of the world. So every business is an offering of yourself to end the suffering of the world. It is not just producing product first. No, he offered himself to what? End the sufferings of the world. And having done that, that is solution to end the sufferings of the world, because in himself is everlasting life. What man was going through is everlasting death. So he had to offer himself. That is the solution. But that solution must become physical. So what did he do? That means every solution you have must become a product. So he have to bring out a product, which was Christ Jesus. Are you getting it? So that solution of everlasting life in itself have to be made physical, so that anyone can now purchase it. Hello? So God, as a businessman, understands the and let everybody use their choice to decide. So God was not forcing himself on anybody. He brought out an image. He said, whosoever now place a demand on this, we have this solution. So if you are a businessman, what you are selling to the world marketing is education. You educate people about the solution and now begin to tell them this is why you need this solution. For we have a foundation where we have health insurance. We subsidize it for everybody. Because we discover that when Nigerians are sick,